I was like fired up. I didn't care. I was like, I'm coming. Like, you should never talk like that. Like, it just rubbed me wrong. So what is going on, everybody? Cowboy Cerrone here. Today I'm going to talk to you about one fight that I entered in with a lot of anger, maybe not so much level-minded, but it was due to the circumstances of the fight that the ass whipping was intentional, and the anger was there because the kid shouldn't have said the things he did. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about a fight that I entered in angry and not cool-minded and ready to go. At the press conference, Alex Hernandez said a bunch of comments. Like, I don't care how much crap you talk about me and how low you want to go, it's fine, but he said stuff about me out with mixed mistresses, and basically implying that I'm sleeping around on my wife. And
unlike old day drinking Don over there, who's got mixed mistresses and a number of extracurricular activities.
If I was, shouldn't say it. I'm not, still shouldn't say it. It's just one of those bro code things. Like, man, you don't go after someone's wife and kids and family. Like, if you have a problem with me, you want to say things about me, then you do it. So just like I told him in the press conference, I said, look, man, I stay right next door to you. They messed up the hotel room. We were literally next door. If we have a problem, I'll just beat your motherfucking ass for saying stuff like that, you know? So, yeah, I remember right after the press conference, I was like fired up. And this is Thursday. Normally Thursdays I don't do anything. We're just like laying low. And I remember I got back to the room and told my coach, like, grab the mitts, we're going to train. Like, I just need to go. And they were like, oh, shit, okay, let's go. Like, the anger which I had, it was either go next door and beat his ass for real, or go hit pads and like be cool and be a professional, which I chose the latter on that one. So it's probably smart of me not just to knock on the door. And you know, it's funny because even when I'm sitting in my hotel room, you can hear him and his coaches are playing grab ass and stuff. Like, they're just like, they're young, they're giggling, and I was just like, fuck. So I felt like beating on the wall, like, shut the fuck up over there. UFC does a good job. Normally they stack all the people on different floors, right? They know the card. They don't ever want you to be on the stage. That it was just a mistake. I changed rooms to the room I didn't like, so I had we relocated a room and just happened to be right next to him. So yeah, I just trained hard. Next day I was fired up. The whole fight day I was fired up, ready to go. I mean, like I said, it worked. The fuel worked on my behalf, which normally isn't the case. Normally you're too mad, you're too angry, you want to go out there and you try too hard. There's a real thing in trying too hard. Throughout my career, there's been a lot of times that people try and rile me up and they try to get mad at me, and I just let it go and back down. But the Hernandez fight, I was like fired up. I didn't care. I was like, I'm coming. Like, you should never talk like that. Like, it just rubbed me wrong. So I didn't talk myself down. I was like going out there to put a hurting on him. They knew something was different, something was off, but they kind of liked it. They liked the intensity and drive I had going into that fight. So they were stoked. Like I said, it ended up working out okay and everything.
Donald. Oh, Hernandez down.
That's that kick.
Everything worked out. I mean, it was just one of those things where it all fell in line, but it could have not have worked out. I could have pushed myself too far. Could have overworked myself trying to cut weight and burn energy I didn't need to burn, and tried to go out there and fight angry and made a mistake and got caught. So there's different ways. The best way to go, I'm really easygoing when I come to those fights. Like, to me, it's just another sporting event, another competition. Like, I'm going in there. I don't have to hate you to fight you. I'm going in there. It's a competition, so being level-headed and just tracking it all the same way is how I like to play. I don't like to really talk crap and get angry, but that time it was pretty personal. When the fight night came, I just remember staring across, like, ring the bell, let's go. Going out there fighting. I don't remember if it was the first or the second round. My memories. CTE is a real thing, and it getting hit in the head for a living for the last 25 years really puts a damper on my memory. So remembering the fight exactly, I don't know if it was first round. I know I hit him and then head kicked him. He dropped. I got on top of him and finished him. And the ref had like pull me off because I was like, I want to just gorilla pound him into the dirt. So I remember getting on top of him and pounding, and the ref stops it and they raise your hand. And my anger, just like every fight, is like if I get into a altercation in the street or road rage. Like usually when you fight somebody, it's like this weird bond afterwards. You guys are like cool with each other automatically. There's I've only seen it a couple times. You know, like whenever the guys fight McGregor, they're always like still hate him afterwards. But he says some pretty ruthless shit. I didn't still have hate for the kid. Not at all. I really didn't pay it much mind afterwards. So I was kind of went on about my life, and that was that. Bowed out. So I think Hernandez was just young and dumb and thought what he was doing was right. I didn't see any resentment out of him or any like, oh crap. I think he thought that he was prepared for that fight. And like everybody thinks, like you should never go into a fight like, oh no, I don't want to piss that guy off because he might beat me up worse. You know, like that should never be your mentality going into a fight. So I think he thought he was ready to go, and what he said and what he did was right in his mind. You know, just maybe sitting back a year or two later, he's like, man, maybe I shouldn't have said that dumb shit. But like I said, maybe he's the kind of guy that needs to have the hate, or maybe he needs to have me angry at him. Maybe he can't be the guy that is just cool with the person he's fighting. Don't know. Yeah, so you can't take anything I'm saying for anybody else, just for me. I cannot fight angry. I cannot fight sad. I cannot fight any kind of emotion. I need to just be clear-headed, just like I spar every single day. Some guys, like the Diaz brothers, maybe Sean Strickland, they love to hate that person. Like they want to have that feeling where they mad dog you the whole week. They get in their head that they hate you, and they need that fire, and they need that reason to go in there to fight. I don't. I could go down to the mailbox, check the mail, and whip some dude's ass in the same breath. You know, it doesn't mean anything different to me. I don't have to be angry to do my jobs, but some other fighters do. So the guys that are like me, and it works against you to be like that. Like if I try too hard, like if I go out in the first round and I try too much, I'm gonna burn everything I have in my tank. Like just the anxiety and the like the getting pumped up burns a lot of energy, and you kind of have only so much gas in your tank, and if you already go through half of it in the first round, it's gonna be a long night. That fight was more personal, and I was a lot of anger, and I mean it worked out in my benefit. But you should never go into a fight trying to fight anger or try and it just takes you out of your game. So he did what he wanted to do and take me off my game and get me fired up and riled. Unfortunately, it worked the opposite direction for him, but we're cool now. I saw him actually at my Hall of Fame induction. Him and his girlfriend were there, and you know he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. It was just me being stupid, trying to rile up a self-fight." I said, "Yeah, I get it, man. You're young and you're learning, but don't ever talk about someone's family or their religious beliefs. You know, there's certain things people say that are kind of out too much. So if you're gonna try and BWE and talk crap, keep it just amongst the people. You know, I think that's the best way."